With 123 heroes in the game, some receive a lot of love while others have a hardcore fanbase. In the corners, some heroes with very low pick rates have been forgotten. Today I have decided to take some of these heroes and see if they can be brought back to life. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will look into 10 heroes that deserve to be revamped and brought into action more often. Before proceeding into the heroes that need a revamp, here are some heroes that are expecting revamp soon. First is the most anticipated revamped Hellcat, followed by revamped Granger and accompanied by Phobius. We have covered their changes in this video. You can check it out if they are your mains. Followed by Goat, Hayabusa, Franco and Roger. I have given the links to the videos I made on their changes in the description. Do not forget to check it out if you want to know the changes expected for your main heroes. Now that you know which heroes are expecting revamps, let's discuss who I think should get revamped instead. Starting with Hylos, the iconic figure in the Land of Dawn. Hylos, our once feared centaur, has just vanished away from our regular day-to-day matches, hasn't he? Tell me how many times you see Hylos getting picked in ranked matches in the comment section. He just has a pick rate of 0.25% nowadays, which make me sad. Yes, there are a lot of options today in MLBB and they actually have more utility than Hylos sometimes. But with his current skill sets, he just can't compete with the meta tanks. So let's start to see what we can do to make Hylos come into the meta once again. First will be his passive. It can be changed to something like Chip's passive, where he can gain a certain percentage of HP according to his total HP over a period of time. Let's say like 8 seconds, making him more sustainable on the battlefield. For his first skill, I think it's perfect the way it is, as it gives movement speed plus a crowd control effect. But as for his second skill, which is arguably the most important skill as of now, I would like it completely changed to a skill like Fredrin's Stone skill. Hear me out. Why do I think so? Hylos' second skill now gives continuous damage and slows to the enemies, which comes into the effect the longer the enemy gets exposed to it, which makes him dependent on staying in close range of the enemy. With a taunt skill like Fredrin's, I'm sure he can go into a team fights and make enemies focus on him for a brief amount of time due to the taunt effect, giving his team an advantage and can be easily paired with skill 1 too. And for his ultimate, the only thing I would like to add is if we can have the movement speed bonus both ways, then it would be just perfect, as he can help the team in engaging but disengaging at the same time. What do you think? What skill should be added to our centaur? The next hero is Forgotten Ninja Hanzo. Our poor Hanzo not receiving the love and respect he used to get. People think of him as a troll pig, which deeply saddens me. Just like Moonton ignoring him by not giving skins. Let's try to see what we can do to make him be feared once again. I think as he also transformed himself like Edith in his ultimate, why not use a passive like Edith's where he can convert his HP into attack attributes? Why? As we know, Hanzo is most vulnerable in his body state, so if we build HP for him, we can eliminate his threat of being hunted down in his body. The change for his ultimate according to his new passive can be a time duration skill and will convert HP attributes to attack effects, but will inherit only 50% of Hanzo's HP. I think these changes can make Hanzo a true ninja according to his characteristics and increase his presence in the Land of Dawn. But this is just my personal thought. What do you think can be added to Hanzo's skills? Moving on, we have Olus. Mr. Olus hasn't been as popular as some other heroes in the fighters for much long after his release. He sure does pack a punch in the late game, and everyone who plays Olus most of the time says that he can do insane clutch plays. But have you ever seen him pro scenes? Never, right? So what can we do to change the status quo? I think we can change his ultimate skill, something like an activatable skill like Jilong's ultimate. which can enhance his weapon and give him extra attack attributes to deal more damage and change his passive to aid in more extra attack speed on a certain amount of hits. I think these changes will perfectly fit with his hit and run playstyle. Olus is an attack equipment hero and requires to be played like heroes like Geelong, where you can't always stay in front but are known for taking out a group of enemies easily when built nicely. Now let's shift to Uranus. This is a little debatable now whether Uranus needs a revamp or not. Before all the Uranus mains starts getting angry, hear me out guys. What I would like to see in Uranus is major visual changes with some subtle skill changes. Like his hero model doesn't stand out like others who are visually more appealing. With some subtle changes in his skill effects like an addition of movement speed, gain on increase of his passive stakes, and increasing the total range of his skill too, giving him more chances to waver around in fights as he doesn't have any crowd control or utility skill and relies on regaining HP to win prolonged battles. Something like a movement speed bonus and a good range blink can help him come back to meta easily. I think this can be easily done and should be done by Moontoon as soon as possible. The next hero will be Estes. I know Estes is actually a pretty popular hero and is picked often as he brings a lot of utility to the team, especially when they stick together. But one thing that bothers me is his passive. I think it needs a bit of rework. Rather than focusing on his attack capabilities, we can focus on how can we make him become a reliable roamer too, as checking bushes with Estes is a bit challenging. We can tweak Estes' passive to a shield giving skill which can grant him immunity to CC effects till the shield is used up, like Hanabi's shield immunity. I think this can help Estes a lot to give him a fighting chance when he is caught off guard while trying to open bushes for his team. Moving on, we have Carmilla. Not everyone knows how useful Carmilla in a team with AoE skills can be. She is just too OP when combined with some heroes in terms of combos, but still she isn't that popular in the game. So here's what we can do to increase her presence in the game. Change her passive and first skill a little bit. Instead of stealing enemies' defense, Carmilla herself can increase her defense growth. The more damage she receives makes cap at somewhere around 50%. To make her more sustainable and aid the stealing of defense effect to her skill 1, keeping her core mechanics the same and also giving her a fighting chance in the battlefield. Next we have Cyclope. Again, like Uranus, Cyclope doesn't need a complete revamp, but more of a visual revamp with a boost to his skills. His hero model seems very outdated compared to the other hero models in the game, whereas his skill set more or less has been the same throughout. What it needs is less time required to execute. I think a faster casting to his ultimate can improve his utility, as some heroes who are fast can easily go out of range of Cyclops' ultimate. With the faster animation, we can make sure it is a guaranteed hit, which is the main purpose, isn't it? And maybe an increase in the amount of CD reduction he gets from his passive, as Cyclops is not as mobile as a mage, so he will need to rely on his skills more often. The next hero on the list is Kimi, another hero on our list who seems to be forgotten now. She once used to have a great impact on the game, but a series of nerfs made her popularity decrease day by day. What we can do to bring her to the top league? A much needed visual makeover, an increase in the hit rate to her basic attacks, and faster casting time for skill 2 and ultimate. These small and well thought out changes can increase her potential in the game without making her overpowered in different scenes. It can make sure Kimi has better overall damage output potential and better optimized skill sets ready to compete with other meta heroes. Another hero on our list is Jask, a unique hero who merges with his spawn and is known for his continuous reap damage. But what limits him is that he is a single target hero and can mark only one hero. The way I personally want to see is to make him able to dish out continuous damage to multiple heroes. I know it seems far-fetched, but Jask mains would have a feast day if this comes to fruition. With multiple hero damage output, he can make everyone think before entering in the area, in which he spawned. And the last hero on our list is Sylvana. Though she is actually being tested in the advanced server, she didn't actually get to see the experimental changes implemented to her as of now. If not going auto-target Loc ultimate, then I think we can add this change to her ultimate. She can receive the Blazing of Light and enhance her weapon, increasing its damage output and area effect and boosting Sylvana's overall attributes. This can change Sylvana's game style and make her a great damage fighter who can make miraculous plays in team fights like Freya. So do you agree with me on the changes I think these heroes need? What other heroes should get a revamp according to you? Share all your thoughts and opinion down below. That will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.